Hello everybody, welcome you all. This is Dr. Nagpal and I come from the field of cognitive psychology. I'm really happy that today I'm directly speaking to the teachers or the people who are responsible for making the contents go with the students. You would agree that in 21st century, the world is changing so fast and I should say rapidly. In seconds, the humanity is making lots of changes. और हमारे लिए एक बड़ा टफ पूरे एकेडमिया के लिए एक बहुत ही compressed situation हो गई that how should we handle those brains. In this 21st century, what matters most is perspective. It is not the knowledge. I hope you all must be knowing it. मैं cognitive field से आता हूँ. Cognitive field basically is about brain and it's how the brain infers information, how processes and how then it comes into action. So इंफॉर्मेशन को लेकर और बिहेव करने तक का जो सारा जर्नी होता है ब्रेन का, दैट इज कॉग्निटिव साइकोलॉजी. यू एग्री विद मी, किसी भी बिहेवियर के लिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है ब्रेन, सेकंड इंफॉर्मेशन जो स्टूडेंट को मिल रही है, and third the environment where he or she is performing. Now what exactly happens in the brain? You must have definitely got certain examples or you come from this field. Brain has various organs and those various organs are responsible for all the information that comes to the brain. If I name, there is amygdala, which is fear, fight and flight and anxiety and depressions. If I say hippocampus, your memory formations are done by hippocampus. If I say your emotions, your hypothalamus performs the emotions. If I say you need to process the information, kya sahi, kya galat, it is done by your prefrontal cortex. If I say your mobility and the movements, that is done by your cerebellum. So every function of our life is either controlled or coordinated by brain. अब आप एक classroom में देखिए, when there are more than 30 students or 40 students, you'd all agree that most important thing required by a teacher is focus and attention. Now, what is happening at the brain level of students will make lots of changes or lots of difference. If I say the hormone oxytocin is there, then of course the comfortability will be there. If I say the hormone glucocorticoid is there, then of course the student is under stress and you'll not understand it. They'll not be focused. So what a teacher needs to understand how to get the students focused. And in other terms, how the brains will be focused. So if you take this entire chemistry of the brain, there has to be a position of stasis, which means जो हार्मोन जितना चाहिए उतना हो. सेरोटोनिन है, ग्लूकोकॉर्टिकॉइड्स है, ऑक्सीटोसिन है, इनका उतना ही होना जितना जरूरी है. And you will believe it, जैसी इंफॉर्मेशन हमारे ब्रेन के पास में जाती है, हमारा ब्रेन उस पर वर्क करना शुरू कर देता है and it starts secreting hormones either of comfort or anxiety. Now, what exactly is happening with the students? They are having the gigantic and the momentous information coming to their brain. Now, obviously, sensual gratifications will be there. There will be sensory memory will be enhanced and they will remain distracted. But can we give an injection to the students where we bring their brain to the stasis? Medically, yes. But functionally, it is not the right way. That is why, on the basis of neuroscience, on the basis of neurogenesis, on the basis of psychology, on the basis of philosophy, we designed this program which is known as Brain Recoding. What we do in this program, we try to bring the brain in a situation of comfortability by working on it. There are various technologies, there are various methods, scientific evidence-based research when the student's brain is subjected to certain exercises and certain audio stimulants. Then the brain's organs are recalibrated. And at the end, what you get? You get the best player with best skills. I mean, you get the best student with best focus. So this entire program is designed to help all the teachers or all the academic institutions where by means of scientific intervention, the student's brain is activated, focused, and a perspective building is done. Not only that, there will be lots of another academic integrated programs in it. Ultimately, to make those students happy, to make our society prosperous, and to make education centers happy places. Okay, एक situation को समझते हैं. What is the difference between a good student and not a good student? I hope The behavior is the only parameter to judge a student whether it is good or not good. What are those parameters of being good? Habits, self-studies, discipline, obedience, empathy, sympathy, consistency, perspective. These are the characters of a good brain or the good student. I do not have to explain here what is not good student. Now, are these all perspectives derivatives of the brain? I mean, क्या हमारे brain के अंदर ऐसा होता है कि ये सारे के सारे behaviors student में develop होते हैं? Then the science answer is yes. And from the research of 20 years, I 100% endorse it. In these all the informations or these all perspectives, हमारा brain कैसे ना कैसे react करता है at the chemical level, at the anatomical level, and if you control those chemicals, I mean those hormones, those secretions, all those informations, then what ultimately you do, you calibrate that brain, you synchronize that brain, you put that brain into a situation where it does not put any attritions. There is no time distractions, there is no visual distractions, there is nothing which is not useful for their life. You would agree that if intermittent studies of 6 hours is equivalent to the focused study of 1 hour. Now bringing that brain into that focused state is very, very important, and by this brains in, we will calibrate those brains. In a scientific method, ultimately, that the student focuses himself about his own perspective and his own objectives, which is time discipline, which is concentration, which is perspective building, which is remain focused for the long period of time, and which is to build his own life, his own. Thank you.